is actually with the history you've seen, with the fact that you now, have the understanding that.
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and good night, great Biafrans and lovers of freedom. This is Radio Biafra House of Service coming to you through Radio Biafra London. My name remains Mazi Jonathan Chinedu from Olu province of Biafra London. We are here live and direct, although very, very late. Today is the 27th day of the 4th month, being April 2024. I came very late, honestly speaking. So I apologize to Biafrans and listeners and lovers of freedom all over the world for being so late in this program. It's not supposed to be. But we must continue. It is reasons that are beyond my control. It is not technical issue for your information. Rather, it is a reason or reasons, personal reasons that are beyond my control. I tried. But we must continue. Although normally today is Saturday, a day that is dedicated to religious discussions. But I will not go into what I had prepared. It will be for another day, but I will touch on some things, very brief, very, very brief today, please, because the time has gone so far. But we must continue. I welcome each and every one of you to welcome your friends and well-wishers onto this hallowed platform. Taatabo Bochenko, the 27th of April 2024. Therefore, we are here in order to continue preaching this gospel of emancipation, the gospel of awakening. That is what we are here for. Started on this Radio Biafra London by Mazi Nnamdi Okuchukwu Kanu, who is still in the enemy dungeon. But make no mistake about it, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu must be released. We have taken our stand, IPOB officially, that we don't have any trust in the Nigerian legal system. Since they are unable, they cannot obey the court order of discharge and acquitted by the Nigerian court, which was pronounced on the 13th of October 2022. Still, they are beating around the bush, trying to impose judgment to Binta Nyako, to blackmail her into pronouncing judgment on Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Why are they still going on, the cinema they are doing, calling it a trial? But they couldn't obey the court order. So what do they want? Why are they continuing in that nonsense? IPOB has released different official stands and press release that Binta Nyako should step down. We have no more trust, no trust in the Nigerian judicial system. Our leader has been discharged and acquitted since the 13th of October 2022. And in that judgment, in that we stand, because he is not guilty of any crime. That is where we stand. Therefore, we must continue. Now, I want to first of all go into one or two news headlines. From there, I will make some analysis and just open few lines for people to call in. Please. There is this news. Governor Yusuf, other northern governor, that is the 10 northern governors or the 19 northern governors, convene in the US for symposium on regional security. That is The three-day conference attended by governors of Kano, Kaduna, Zamfara, uh, Kano, Katsina, Zamfara, Kaduna, Niger, Sokoto, Kebbi, Jigawa, Benue, and Plateau states were designed to address insecurity in northern Nigeria and better option to mitigate the challenge. This is, what they are doing is nonsense. Nonsense. This bureaucracy to deceive people that they are doing nothing or not something is being done. Some of all those people attending all those conferences, they are sponsors of terrorism, bandits, Fulani terrorism in Nigeria. Now, let me ask. You have had it several times. Even I've played it here on Radio Biafra several times. It has been also been replayed. The information and revelation by one Nigerian high-ranking military official, military intelligence officer, high-ranking military intelligence officer, somebody that shouldn't be heard from, somebody that shouldn't be seen, somebody that shouldn't be known that he's existing, because that is his position, intelligent officer, high-ranking, that works with different Nigerian administrations, both military and civilian. They convened and they called him in a conference, all these military heads, intelligent chiefs, and he's an intelligent chief. And they were discussing on the way the center of gravity of the terrorism going on in Nigeria, in northern part of Nigeria. The Fulani terrorists, the Boko Haram and all the rest. The Islamic terrorism in short. And he says some of them were saying that the center of gravity is kinetic, that is use force, clamp down, this and that. He said no. They asked him, what is your own view? What is your take? What is your analysis? He said no. You people, if I tell you the center of gravity, where if we hit there, everything, insecurity will stop. He said, if I tell you cannot do it, you cannot even go there. They said, no, why are you pulling our legs? Please talk. He told them, he said, look, the center of gravity of Islamic terrorism in Nigeria is the sponsors and their politicians. They are in Asorok. They are in governors' offices, as governors, as senators, as presidents, or presidential aides and cabinet, presidential cabinet. He said, these are people that are untouchable. You cannot go there. He elaborated by giving them example that, look, you people have their names, you know them. But another point is, another confirmation is about those, the Nigerians, a few Nigerians that were arrested, few Fulani that were arrested in Dubai on terrorism connection. And they mentioned the names. And all those names, he say, you Nigerian intelligence, you know them. You know them already. So why are you not going on them? Because why are you not going after them? Because they are higher. You cannot, arrest them. You see what you are saying? He say, clamp down on these terrorists in Asorok, in governors, lodge, senators. Now you arrest, you make sure, that is the center of gravity. Not going about, sacrificing Nigerian soldiers to go and fight in Sambisa for it. No, that is not the thing. Do you remember that even Chad, some time ago, I think 2021 or 2022, Chad had to pull out. When they say they form regional, Nigeria say, okay, come, let us fight it as a region. Regional, this and that. Chad, like a Chad Basin regional anti-terrorism with Chad and Cameroon. Chad entered and thought that he was That time it was the President Idris Deby Itno was alive. He entered with zeal, thinking that it's human beings talking to him. They started butchering, sabotaging every move they made. The president of Chad, Chadian president, out of annoyance, he said he's pulling out of Nigeria because he said they are not ready to fight terrorism. They are not ready to fight Islamic terrorists. You see, in Chad, Boko Haram, any person caught as a Boko Haram, he will be sentenced to death and be killed. Haven't you seen it several times in Chad? But in Nigeria, they will give order. You know, you see it. It's even in Google. Nigerian soldiers, they revealed that they are given secret order that they should never kill any Boko Haram. Instead, they should capture them alive. And to capture one Boko Haram alive, it takes an average of 6 Nigerian soldiers to be killed, to lose their life, at least, before one Boko Haram soldier should be captured. But the hierarchy, the military hierarchy said, no, do not shoot any Boko Haram. Do not shoot any Fulani terrorists, any bandits. Capture them alive. And they are going to America in order to, a symposium, anti-terrorism symposium. These are ways of looting money. America knows that. Let me ask you, sometime during the Trump administration, an American was kidnapped, I think in Niger Republic, and brought down to the terrorist base, Boko Haram base or bandit base in the northern part of Nigeria. And they were demanding ransom. Do you know what happened? America sent soldiers without even informing Nigeria. They sent soldiers with their state-of-art helicopter. And they went there, they slaughtered the whole terrorists that we are holding, one American. And they liberated him. Now tell me, so America doesn't know the positions of terrorists in Nigeria? They don't, with their state-of-the-art equipment, they don't know. They can liberate one American. I'm not saying a group of Americans. One hostage, one in Nigeria. They have the equipment and the capability, the wherewithal to liberate one person, slaughter, massacre, kill the whole terrorists holding the American, and liberate an American, one person. Do you see, sometimes I look at this world, what is happening in this world, I laugh. They will see a problem, they will not solve it, they will nurture a problem and start playing around, getting, okay, no, follow right, put this. As they are doing, they are sacrificing lives, they are, plundering, exploiting, looting funds in order to be as if they are solving that problem. They are not solving it. They are just playing they like this, I got quite like this, while the other side. For people to see them, for the whole world to see them that they are doing something. If they are not doing nothing, it is life from the pit of hell. If they want this problem, Boko Haram, ISIS, Islamic problem, terrorism, to stop, in 1 week they can do it. What I'm telling you is gospel. But they nurture it for an agenda. One, Bill Gates have a stake. America have a stake in all these things, all these commotions. They are reducing the population, number one, and they want to reduce more by killing farmers and, giving them, natural seed growers. Now, giving them the fake GMO. As problems are terrorism, this and that, they are looting the natural resources in all those places. Californium, they are looting gold, Zamfara gold, different raw materials, different types of minerals and raw earth. They are looting it, but they will come and shadow something as if they are doing something to curb it. This world is, the more you look, abracadabra, the less you see. The governors, they went to America, to show the world that they are doing something about this terrorism. I think it's Abacha or Babangida that Abacha said, any problem or upheaval in a country and the government cannot quell it in 24 hours to 48 hours to 72 hours, know that the government is involved in that problem. Is the supporter of that problem. It doesn't matter what they do or what they say. Boko Haram have been there, I think, since 2002, 2009, killing 20-something years today. Killing people, slaughtering. Others are coming. Do you see when Shekawi was killed? The then Nigerian military chief. He was a new chief. I think what is his name? The Nigerian they changed the Nigerian military chief, and he took the fight and killed Chekawe. As he killed Chekawe, under 1 week, he himself died in a plane crash. Have you forgotten? Because they told him, don't do that, don't do that. The powers that be tell him, don't do that. We are using him and Boko Haram for a purpose. Leave it, just be playing lip service as if you are doing something. He said no, and he gave order, and Shekawi was shot and killed. The then leader of Boko Haram. Within 1 week, we heard that this man, this Nigerian military chief, newly appointed, died in a plane crash with other military officers. Case closed. So, who is going to come there to express power that they want to fight Boko Haram in Nigeria? They will organize your funeral immediately. But they are moving around playing pranks with the West, with America and Europe, that they are fighting terrorism. Oh, we need a symposium. How are we going to? All this is to deceive the population that they are doing something. Meanwhile, why is it that the northern governors can go to a conference in America, but southern governors cannot even hold a meeting in Nigeria? I don't know whether people are understanding what I mean. In 2020, southern governors, for the first time in history, they had a meeting. They had conference together. Although in that meeting, the then Obiano and some Igbo governors, they were scared stiff because they were commanded not to attend that meeting. Instead, they sent delegates or representatives. They didn't attend. Some of them didn't. Some Igbo governors didn't attend that meeting. Slaves. They were scared. Their Fulani masters ordered them never to attend. And they didn't attend. But only that meeting, they call it Southern Governors Conference. It brought about upheaval in the midst of the Fulani Caliphate. It became something very huge for them. Why should Southern governors be together, discuss something together? How, I don't know. Are you people so forgetful? Are you people so forgetful? Now you ask yourself, why is it their problem? Very huge problem for them. That Southern governors can, at least have a conference and discuss things that matter to them, things that concern them. The Fulani Caliphate we are let loose. Everywhere in the national television, they were boiling and issuing threats of thunder and brimstone. What is the reason? Because southern governors, they come together as the South, but they themselves, they have been in the north. They have been called north, and they have been going as north, irrespective of the fact that it is not really north, because under normal circumstance Benue shouldn't be north. But why do they, Benue Plateau, all these places, why are they called North Central instead of Central Nigeria? They call it North Central, which means Nigeria is still dead. That pushing of the British before independence, by giving the northern side, giving North 52% of seats in the legislature, to make them natural, what do you call it? Natural majority. That it doesn't matter whatever they are always the majority. Britain, I said it the other day. So why should you come and change the status quo the way Britain put something? Do you see that? They can go meeting as governors in America, but even southern governors have southern governors have no right to even have a meeting, even in Nigeria, to discuss their issue. Do you see how Nigeria is? Have you ever seen Igbo governors? I'm not talking about one governor going to America or going abroad in order to discuss issue, have a appointment and rendezvous with a foreign government. Have you ever seen it before? Have you ever seen even call it Southeast governor say they went to America to attend something? Have you ever seen it before? Abuja is their limit, their limitation. What I'm telling you is a fact. Abuja is the limit of the Igbo governors. Now, southern governors in general, they cannot even talk. Since that 2020, and they had the meetings called the Southern Governors Meeting or Conference, and it infuriated their master, the Fulani. They stopped it. They want them never to hold it again. Can't you ask yourself, why is it so? Why is the problem of the caliphate, unity of the South? That is their problem. Is their number one headache, that there should be no unity of the South. You're not even talking of Igbo governors, Biafrans in general, talking of a South even, because that one is even higher. Have you ever had the Southern governors or Igbo governors or Biafran governors having conference, rendezvous, appointment in a foreign land? They go together as a block. That day, maybe by coming back, their planes will be crashing one after the other. Or they will be, they will tell them not to come back again to Nigeria. They will declare asylum there. For you to understand that Nigeria is, created to be owned by the caliphate. Today, it doesn't, for some people, it doesn't matter anything. They don't see it. The northern governors, they went to, bypassing the, the federation. They went on themselves to meet in a symposium, to convene in USA for symposium on so-called regional security, whereas they are the sponsors of this insecurity. Do you know that all these governors, all these northern governors and politicians, they are contributing secretly to ISWAP. They are contributing to Boko Haram. They are funding. What I'm telling you is a fact. They are funding Boko Haram. They are funding ISWAP. They are funding all those terrorist organizations, Fulani headsmen. They are funding them secretly. Don't do now. They will visit you. Do you see how they behave? Now, you don't know, maybe this symposium is being sponsored by Nigerian federal government. It's being sponsored. It's a way of looting. And America is yes. Okay. So, America is helping them in the hypocrisy because they are masters. In as much as Nigerians are zombie, why not even clear all of them? So why would they have mercy on you? They will continue sponsoring these people until Nigerians are able to rise up and take their stand and say no, enough of this nonsense. But they cannot. Nigeria cannot do it as a country because Nigeria is not a country. That is why Biafra, we are trying, we are making sure to get out of that hellhole called Nigeria, so that we will take charge of our destiny. We will be in charge of our own destiny. Okay, now there is another news headline I want to read. Although that news, it just popped up, even I put it on my timeline, but it has been, it is something that happened since January, for your information. Saudi Arabia opens its first alcohol shop. You understand? In Saudi Arabia. Are you hearing me? In Saudi Arabia. Selling alcohol. Opened in Saudi Arabia. Do you see? I want to bring out something there. After finishing now, I will open the line. You know? The liquor store. Let me see where it was. In Riyadh, Saudi Arabia. Capital of Riyadh. Do you know why Saudi Arabia is able to do this? I put it on my timeline. I just give a little, you know, write-up. Because there are things you have to think, reason. Saudi Arabia is where the capital of Islam, where it is written in Quran that at least one of the pillars of Islam is one of the 5 pillars of Islam is, at least as a Muslim, it is written in Quran that you must at least once, if you can, once in your lifetime, travel to Mecca on pilgrimage to Hajj. Which means Saudi Arabia is the holiest of holies of Islam. Is the originator, the birthplace of Prophet Muhammad. I want to give you background for you to understand. They have been going on this for ages. And remember that alcohol in Islam, alcohol is completely banned in the Quran. It's banned. Some places, if they see you drinking, is equal to death penalty, because it's something, it is banned completely. Any beverage that contains alcohol is banned by Islam. But now, Saudi Arabia is now able to open a liquor store in that holy of holies of Islam, where people used to gather from all over the world to go and pray. I want you to be absorbing what I'm saying little by little, so that's why I'm doing it, you know, going slowly, so that you can understand where I'm coming from. Remember that Islam started in the Arabic Peninsula, in Mecca, 7th century. The rise of Muhammad, 7th century. And it took 250 years, 150 years for Islam to gain orthodoxy, to gain ground as a standard of living, as a culture to the Arabs. So for you, not to think that immediately Muhammad start having his vision as purported in the Quran. Now people start, no, he fought wars. It took time for people to get adopted to it. Are you hearing me? And remember, even the Quran that you are seeing today, it was not written during the time of Muhammad. Instead, it was something that is in the verbal. It's a recitation that comes out from the prophet and all that. Now, when Prophet Muhammad died, that people that were following him, they started saying, okay, our leader have died, so there are things. People started putting down what they remembered what he said. Are you hearing me? Because when Prophet Muhammad died, there were kata for his succession. Who will succeed him? That is the time, the origin of where you hear the Sunni and Shiite. It's not where I'm going today, but I want to go somewhere. I'm painting to you for you to understand that Islam became the tradition of Saudi Arabia and other Arab countries. Because Islam, he came there. They fought wars. And now they were able to adopt Islam as their tradition and culture. Remember when the Ottoman Empire colonized Arab countries, or the Arab world, the Middle East, they started removing them little by little, channeling them to the Western style of development until in the early 19th century, 18 something. There arose that time Arab revolution. Are you hearing me? They were still under colonization of the Ottoman Empire. That is literally Turkey you are seeing today. Colonized Middle East, including Palestine and the rest. Now they started rising up, raising voices, saying, no, we had our culture. That time they went back to their roots. I have taught it here. I have preached this gospel here. Arabs now went back and said they had Arab consciousness, Arab revolution. They said, no, we have to go back to our roots because we cannot develop on foreign ideology, Western ideology. We have our culture, tradition and culture, which is Islam. And we must go there, and all those bad things, all those outdated things, we will now innovate it and go develop with it. That is why today Kuwait is developed, Saudi Arabia is developed, but they never lose their culture and tradition, which is Islamic. Are you hearing me? They develop, but they never lose their Islamic culture. Which means it tells you that what they have been feeding us, that look, is only the European system of system will lead to advancement. It is life from the pit of hell. Because you see, just like for example, in Kuwait and all these Arab countries, if you are working like that, they don't tell you, they don't remove all these government tax they are removing in any Western country. You work, you pay this tax, you pay that. No. They are, because for them, some taxes are seen as interest and it's un-Islamic. It is against their tradition. But they are developing. They are developed like the West. Why can't you ask yourself why? There is no only one. There is no only one road to development. But this is what, contrary to this statement, is what the Europeans have put in our heads as Africans that it is only through their system of democracy, it is only through their system that we can develop. It's life from the pit of hell. Middle East is an example. Saudi Arabia is an example. Bahrain, Kuwait, all these are examples. They don't have Western style, but they are developed. Can't you ask yourself how? Because they use their roots, they use their tradition and culture in order to do it. But when they come to Africa, they clear our head, remove our head, open our head, and remove our natural nature, our naturalness, and they put artificial. And put inside our head that look is only Western. We always compare. Oh, as it's done in Europe, as it's done. We don't even say, let us develop our own thing. Are you hearing what I'm saying? Now, what am I trying to put there? Saudi Arabia is able to do this because it is their thing, it is their culture. It is their religion, it is their culture. They don't need to have excuse from another foreign country in order to do it. No, it is their thing. So they can innovate and change the thing to update it according to their will and their development and the wishes of their people. Look at in Nigeria, far away Nigeria, northern Nigeria, that embrace Sharia. The same Sharia that Saudi Arabia is developing on. Do you know that the law of Saudi Arabia, they have Sharia law? Do you know that? But as I'm telling you now, there are Igbo people that are there in Saudi Arabia, and they are doing well. Some of them are doing well even. But they are in a Sharia country. Now this Sharia country, which is the head of Islam, now they opened officially liquor store because they have all these liquors in Saudi Arabia, but it's black market, for your information. Because if they catch you with alcohol in Saudi Arabia in a car, it seems somebody they catch with cocaine. I am telling you. But today now it's official, so that you can go. They say it's for non-Muslims. Yes. You know, it starts letter by letter. So that you can go there and buy, officially, you buy liquor, buy alcohol. In some Arab countries, I could remember, if you go to the supermarket to buy, if you enter into the section, alcoholic section, to buy in their malls, you see some Arabs, they will hang there. If they see you as a foreigner, mostly black people, you know, because you have the authority, the permit to buy and drink. You enter there, they will, before you enter, they will corner you, tell you, say, my friend, please, can you buy, so give you a list of alcohol they want you to buy. So that when you bring it out, now, you know, you buy it for them, bring it out, pay. And when you, for example, you bring it inside their car, now you give them inside their car. And they can square you some money if you want. Many people listening to me understand what I'm saying. It's true. So these are some Arab countries that are not too rigid on alcohol, you know. But a place like Saudi Arabia, you don't dare. They are selling it in black market, very costly. But today, they open the liquor shop. Do you know why they are able to do it? Because they don't have any pope anywhere or any imam anywhere that we should give them command. It is their thing. This is why we are clamoring for going back to our roots. Because once we are in our tradition, developing, doing things in our tradition, we can be able to innovate. We can today rise up. People, we can rise up and say, no, this thing that is being done like this in our culture, we don't want it again. Let us change it. It become a national, you know, discussion. And before you know it, the government of the day will do it and say, okay, let us from today, this thing and this thing is no more valid because it is so outdated that we can no more continue using it in this era. No pope will from outside they give all contrary order. Say no, because it's our thing. It's our culture and tradition. This is what Saudi Arabia do. But do you know that in Nigeria today, they are destroying, alcoholic drink, beverages, anywhere they see, in the north, in the Sharia north, destroying the livelihoods of our people. Are you hearing me? Because they are implementing a religion that is foreign to them, so they don't have any, they don't have any say, any final say on that religion. They can decide to say, okay, today we are going to now start allowing alcohol. You can see order can come from above because it's a foreign religion. You can see the Grand Mufti of Egypt can talk. Give order, say no, you people are not. You people are, you are now going out from Islam. Do you see it? And they have to come back because the Nigerians, they don't have any say. Afghanistan, the same thing. You cannot do that. Say no, but the head where the thing starts from, Islam starts from. They are now selling liquor. They open liquor store, alcoholic store, alcoholic beverages store, so that you can go there and buy officially. Something that in maybe 10 years time it is 50 years ago it was unthinkable. Never. Are you hearing me? So all these things should be giving us the idea that we need for us to understand that in our own root, when we talk about going back to our root, it involves everything, not only even religion. When we talk about going back to our root, it's about also farming. Farming is part of our root. Are you hearing me? Farming is part of our roots. Productivity, production is part of our roots. Do you know why? Before the advent of white man, in our markets, what we say there is 100% produced locally by our people. Are you hearing me? So we have lost all these things and start importing. When you go to our market today, what do you sell? What do you see? You sell mostly what comes from abroad. It's no more our market. We are just simple agents, traders, trading for foreigners, people that produce. Are you hearing me? That is the reality. Because all these things are what we are calling. Let us go back to our roots. Go back to the land. Roots means, inside. It involves also farming. Because all these things are our roots. Productivity is part of our roots. It's part of our culture. A people that cannot produce is equal to dead people. The people that are dependent. Are you hearing me? For you to be independent, genuinely independent as we are clamoring, you have to be independent in everywhere, including religion. Hey, I don't know how people, I don't know. Sometimes I don't understand how to explain sometimes. When we talk about independence, genuine freedom all round, both from religion, both manufacturing what we eat, most of the thing. Yes, the world is a global village, but we have to be independent in order to at least produce most of the things we use, and even export, so that that little that we import, other countries also need our products, what we produce, so that they cannot blackmail us. If they blackmail us with the little we are importing, we are using from them, we also blackmail them from the ones we are producing and giving to them. That is how the world works. That is how they know that you are genuinely independent. Are you hearing me? Not going to for insecurity symposium in America to solve your problem on ground in Nigeria. Now all of you will go to, is it not cinema? Is a show that they are doing. They know security and insecurity, everything should be is local. It's not it's local, it should be local. Are you hearing me? They know you don't see the one they call Mama Boko Haram. You say you know his boys. They know them. They know everything that is happening. They are part and parcel of the thing. So why should they go to America in order to just to spend money, to loot money? Because you'll be hearing what is being spent. Governors going there is billions and billions of naira. And when they come, nothing. What will be solved? Nothing. So you see that when we take back what belongs to us, in our freedom means taking back everything, including our mindset, our ideology. It should be local or locally oriented. When you are taking orders in any way from outside your country, you are not genuinely independent. I don't know whether people are hearing me, including religion. You are not genuinely independent. That is the reason why during Christianity went on, Catholicism became, universal. That is Catholic. What is the meaning? Roman Universal Church. That is Christianity. It continued to the extent in 16th century, Martin Luther started questioning. Say, no, how can only one person, center, be controlling every other nation? They started now fighting to remove themselves from the grips of Pope, because that time Pope was the kingmaker, and it is dangerous for an independent country to be receiving orders. It doesn't matter which kind of order, religion or anything from outside. It is very dangerous. It makes you subjugate. I mean, like a vassal country. Do you see when Pope Francis came and gave that same-sex this thing should be blessed? He's Catholic. You have the right to do it, to say it. And you see some Igbo reverend fathers coming to defend because they are bound to. Do you see that as freedom? Do you see that as independence? No. England fought and removed themselves from the grip of Pope, the papacy. They fought war. Are you hearing me? France fought war, very huge revolutionary wars, in order to bring down Catholic Church, the Roman Catholic Church, and influence in their land, and put it under the French government till today. I don't know whether you understand what I'm saying. In Africa, we don't even understand the influence or the bad influence of foreign or the bad impact of any type of foreign influence. It doesn't matter religion. It doesn't matter any type of politics. It doesn't matter food. You depend on foreign countries for your food. You are not independent at all. What we are fighting for as the freedom of Biafra, independent Biafra, is a Biafra that will be independent, both culturally, traditionally, call it religiously, anyhow. So that we don't need to be receiving orders from outside. Britain fought and cut off from Rome and called their own Anglican Church, English Church, Church of England. And they now crown the head of their Church of England is the king. The king. Any monarch, their monarchy is the queen or the king. Anyone there, if he's a queen, is the queen. He's the head of the church. Through Archbishop of Canterbury. But the real commander of the Church of England is the king. King Charles now is a Okuchogo. So they don't need to take any order from Rome, from Pope. No. Do you see genuine independence? And they made it as a law that no Catholic, no Roman Catholic, no any other denomination should be the king or queen of England. That law remains till date. But when they come, they tell you freedom of worship. Oh, it's a democracy. But they will not tell you all these things, that they put all these laws in order for them to self-preserve themselves. But they put problems everywhere in our heads, so that we will be fighting with ourselves. You don't know that they have prepared their own land, become independent. They don't want any interference, but they themselves, they interfere in your land. They make you to accept interference through religion. Do you see what is diplomacy, which is hypocrisy of the Europeans? All these things we reveal here so that you understand. Saudi Arabia is able to do this because they are religiously independent. They don't need any order from any other place in order to carry out what they did. The same way, if we going back to our roots in a religious way, our tradition and culture, we have the right to innovate any of our outdated culture, any of our outdated tradition. Like all these things, you know, everything nation. These are outdated. Are you hearing me? These are outdated. You need to grow. But with the religion that is in place in our land, it's foreign religion. You don't have any right. You cannot change anything. They will tell you Bible say, because it's a creed that is already written there, so that you must follow it as they want, as the foreigners want you to follow, not as you wish. So that you know, do you see Reverend Fathers? I mean, the clergy in Catholic Church, they don't marry. They close their generations by not marrying and reproducing. Let me tell you, as time goes on, Catholic Church might in the next 50 years open door and say, now no more celibacy. Sisters or brothers or reverend fathers can marry. And that time, people they call clergy, Catholic clergy, will start marrying. Maybe in the next 50 years, who knows? Now, because it is their thing. Are you hearing me? You know, Church of England removed themselves from Church of Rome, and their reverend fathers start marrying. That is why Anglican church bishops and pastors, they marry. They have children. Are you now here? Are you now understanding the issue? Because they have to take charge of their control of their destiny. But without them opening the door, without Rome opening the door, you will see reverend fathers in our land, in Igbo land, they will continue being celibates. They will continue being bachelors. Notwithstanding, you continue calling them fathers without the children. Do you see how that with all this foreign religion, we are not in control of our destiny? Do you know that? In the next 50 years or 100 years, if Catholic now finally decide to open way for reverend fathers to marry, it will still go down to, you see, the people in the generation that time in Igbo land, the Igbo reverend father, they will start marrying, say yes, because their masters has given all that. Now they will forget the thousands, if not millions, of reverend fathers that they wasted their lives. They closed their generations without marriage by telling them not to marry. Do you see? In a genuine freedom, we need to take overall control of our destiny. It includes religion, it includes productivity, it includes everything. At least we be in charge of our destiny, so that our destiny we will not be receiving orders from outside. Tell you that the Bible say so. You the rule of the church, the rule of the Catholic Church is this: that this and that you have to now want to, and you see Igbo reverend fathers coming to defend, because it's order from above. They are being paid by them. He who pays the piper detects the tune. I think you understand that proverb. Only he who pays the pipe. If you go now and call, it's you that pay the DJ of a music. It's your money. It's the music you tell him that he will play, because you pay. It's you are the sponsor. That is the thing. You know, this foreign religion, they have, we have contacts from outside. The others come from outside, from America, from Rome. You know the worst part of it? Conflicting orders from different parts of the different parts of the globe. Some from east, some from west. Islam from east. They receive their, they receive their orders. All in a people. All others from outside showering on one set of people only. This one we tell you do this. No, so don't you see the kata that we are suffering? Sometimes I say, why do we? It seems we come late in this world. You know, when I used to think this, when the Europeans were undergoing their own development, awakening, undergoing their own revolutions, they don't have superior powers to contend with. I don't know whether you understand what I'm saying. They don't have superior powers to contend with. They develop among themselves, no superior power that exploits them like that. But this time around, you know why it's difficult for us? We have superior powers. We have the West. We have the West to contend with. They have superior technology. They have nuclear weapons. They impose those they want as politicians or political leaders on us. So that is why it is double trouble for us. If you don't know it, know it today. Talk less of restoration of Biafra. You see, the West, they have the media. For mind control, they have the media. And they also have their religion. In order to use it to control the masses. If they don't come, if they come through the media, you dodge. They go through the churches. Pope will give order. A Pope will give one order. Archbishop of Canterbury will give his own order. Assemblies of God, this thing in America, will give his own order. Tell you that you and the unbelievers should not have the same, sit down in the same space. Other churches, Jehovah's Witness, we do their own, because it's a foreign influence. We are under bondage all round. It's very hard. Only saying I had in face lying to himself. They tied us all round, so that if you try to shift you have you seen somebody being tied, leg, neck, everywhere, every corner. If you want to remove your head from this side, is it a true democracy which they give to us? Everything is imported in our land. Nothing is original. No, I know now we are suffering. We Africans, we are suffering. We need to recognize the fact that we are under heavy bondage. Government, too, religion, oh, is it technology? Oh? If you have somebody that is have algo in our land to produce something, a chap, he will produce, invent something. Before you know it, America will come and use money, carry him. Are you hearing me? Use money, and carry him. If any development, any person that invents something or builds something, for Igbo governor to recognize him or encourage him, they will, the Fulani, the Nigerian government will warn him. This is not your job. You have to rule them as we want you to do, not to go and promote all these things. You tell them you have no money to sponsor all these things. Finish. We are in triple, quadruple wahala. Why we say all these things is for you to understand the type of mess we are in. But not that deliverance or freedom is impossible. No. But it needs selfless sacrifice. It needs complete dedication and sacrifice for us to remove ourselves from this mess. Saudi Arabia today, what they did, they were able to achieve it because they have charge over that religion. It is their thing. Are you hearing me? Look at where they are using Islam to cause havoc. It's mostly where outside Arab land, where there is no, in foreign lands, people they radicalize, because without radicalization you cannot continue preaching. They radicalize you. You come as Nigerians, for example, in as the revelation made by one guy, which you had, that there are up to 5% of Nigeria population in Sudan. These are northerners. What are they doing there? They are being brainwashed on Islam. That's a Janjaweed type. After brainwashing them, they bring them down, or you go and they implement. How do you say diffusion? The definition of diffusion: movement of particles from a higher place of concentration to the lower place of concentration. It's natural. So for you to convert, impose your religion or convert other people, you must be radicalized. You will have that radicalization in order to push your message to others, other unbelievers or infidels. It is everywhere, both in Christianity or everywhere. That is why for Mazi Nnamdi Kanu to bring us together, to be able to penetrate our heads, he has to be radical in the way he preaches. That is diffusion. It's a natural phenomenon. The concentration in him is too much. The concentration of the particle of freedom and revolution in him is so much that he has to exhibit it. He have to use insult and everything and draw our attention so that we listen. Do you see it? Had it been Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was talking like Uche Mofo, I'm not mocking Uche Mofo, it's his way. Had it been he's talking, if he's relaxed, which means there is no high concentration on him, and there will be no much diffusion. Are you hearing it? If you fart now, why is it that if you fart now, you see, before you see, maybe somebody that is 2-3 meters from you, in few seconds, the person will start perceiving the other. You know the reason? The particles of that farting, they are highly concentrated. So when they come out, now you see, they must pierce, they must be removed. They must fill other spaces that have lower concentration. It's normal. Just like a eureka for water finds its own level, you know. So all this is natural. How you see radical, radical Islam in the northern part of Nigeria, because they have other unconquered places. If, for example, let me just give for example, which is impossible anyway, but just for teaching sake. If, for example, the northern, the Sharia North succeeds in conquering both Biafra and everywhere, let me tell you, in the next 100 years, they will de-radicalize themselves. It's natural, because there is no other space to conquer. Are you hearing me? In Nigeria, unless they start going abroad, but in Nigeria, it will be a very peaceful country where there will be coexistence. You know, they can even be drinking and selling, because only that identity they have infused it, that it is Islamic country. Finish. And they see the whole system have bowed down to Islam. Now you see the tension will go down. Are you hearing me? But as long as they are seeing opposition, that ideology is seen equal and opposite opposition, they have to try to first of all be highly concentrated. They have to first of all be drunk, high, over, so that they can be able to overpower. That is what is happening. In Saudi Arabia, they are in charge of their thing. So that's why they can decide. If they see the clamor of people, tomorrow you can see them and say, they can say, okay, now we are no more going to continue forcing our women to wear what they call hijab. That is the covering of the head. You know, I think they are removing it little by little. The burqa, the one that covers their faces. But you still see it in Nigeria. Very primitive. Do you see? Because they are receiving orders from above. Their foreign sponsors will always tell them, look, you have to take Islam, take it anywhere, take it today. You have to portray that you are. Look at that. Long time I don't hear that Islamic chief, that Yoruba man, that is it Murik? Movement for something Islamic right. That he used to whine his mouth every time. Long time I don't hear from him. Whether they have removed him, I don't know. Because he have foreign sponsors that dictates to him what to do and what to say. Anything that happened before you come out, he said, no, Ogun State, they are fine. You know, they don't have to, everybody must wear hijab. He is always making noise because he's receiving command from, from outside. Foreign influence is working, and they put money. But if it is our own thing, we are in charge of our own thing, including religion, we become relaxed and we can do our thing. We can decide to change something in our tradition. Are you hearing me? It will make no noise. That is what I want the people to understand. That once we are in charge of our destiny, once we are in charge of everything concerning us, now we are genuinely independent. Do you think that England that fought against Catholic Church and liberated themselves, do you think that they are foolish? They now do their thing. Now, in as much as they have accepted that Christianity is general European continental religion, their culture, they say, but you cannot impose on us somebody from outside to be commanding us using this Christian. Yes, we are Christians, but we are going to modify it to our own taste. Are you hearing me? That is what happened. So when we talk about going back to our roots, we have everything to gain. It is taking charge of our destiny. Taking charge of our destiny without, having to answer query for what is good for us. If we want to implement it, now you start answering query to foreign bodies. Why are you doing this? Because we are in our land. Do you know why America liberated themselves, fought for independence from the colony? They were British colonies. British people that were sent as colonies to stay there. You know, in Africa, we are lucky. In Africa, in the Americas, they were not like that. In Africa, they did it mostly in western part of Africa, in our land. The Europeans, during the colonization, they didn't give visa, or they didn't allow their people to come and stay, to come and live, you know, and get land in in Africa. I mean, in West Africa. It happened partly in southern part of Africa. That's why you see the problem of white and black in southern Africa, even in Zimbabwe, and all those parts in Namibia also. But in West Africa, they say no. The evil colonialists, they didn't allow their citizens to come in order to stay. The only people that they allow, they're given working visa permits to come out, and they are part of public servants representing Britain or France. You know? But in Americas, it's not like that. They give them both Ndoshim and Diama from Europe, prisoners that kill us. They send them abroad to go and you know, instead of committing crime here, go abroad and commit crime, kill the villagers, kill them, rape children, you know, rapists. That's why many colonialists in Africa, in Americas, those people, many of them were rapists, pedophiles, very, very bad people. I am telling you. People we embrace and recognize today, Port Harcourt, name cities after them. You don't know many of them were rapists, some were pedophiles, many different bad character, but you call them saints today, don't you? Africa, we embrace our killers. So, why did American colonies have to remove themselves from the motherland, Britain, Europe? Because the Queen of England will just be in England. He never understand their situation in America. He will be giving order for them, something that is not even, that cannot, that is unworkable. He will be giving them order, make it is like that. But he's there in England. So these people say no. How can this woman, how can this monarch be giving this type of order? Okay, pay tax this. He will increase this and that tax. Not understanding how they are suffering. What they are suffering on ground in America. They say no. This thing cannot continue. This is arrogance. We are going to liberate ourselves, no matter that we came from Europe, but we are going to liberate ourselves and stop receiving order from Europe. That is independence, genuine freedom. They have to fight for it. America, they change everything from religion. You know, Methodists, they call Episcopal. They change everything. Do not forget that this Pentecostal church started from America. Do not forget that. In yesterday, church in Bangkaka, Assemblies of God, this and that. 1906, that is when it started. Because America wants to do their own and liberate themselves from foreign, you know, from foreign influence. That is genuine freedom, all round. So they have to do it. Are you hearing me? You know, today when you talk about Christianity, this and that, you talk about Catholic. You see people say, no, Catholic now, they are not doing the Bible. This and that. I laugh. I see ignorance. Ignorance or not here. The people they are mocking, they are the origin, the founders of Christianity. They are in. They don't know. They don't know. They say, no, it's this and that. But they are the people that bring the Bible. That's the thing you are calling by, is them that wrote it. In the Council of Nicaea. They brought it. So they are the father. They have the secret, everything. It's only people started liberating themselves from their grip, modifying their thing. Are you hearing me? And that is how it reaches you today. Hebrews Bible. Now, there was a time even people were not allowed to read the Bible. Do you know that? Until they modify and put and remove many things, people. Today you can buy it in them. Before it was not like that. This is a teaching for another day. There are many things to talk about. Are you hearing me? But our people, many of our people are ignorant. When they talk like this, you don't know if because you don't even know where to start telling them. I quote on the book of Mike. Hell, let us, at least have common sense. Sadhguru, remember what he said. Sadhguru, remember what he said. That belief is ignorance, simply ignorance. Let me play it before I open the line. Let me play what Sadhguru, the master, what he said about belief. Let me play it. Confidence without clarity. Belief is confidence without clarity. It's a psychological reality. That reality is in your head, what you are conjuring in your head. I hear it. The way it's in your head. Oh, the way you fantasize in your head. That is that is what is called psychological reality. It has nothing to do with existential reality. That is reality. Our one is just what you think. Let me listen.
If you believe whatever you do not know, you will become confident without
If you
clarity.
believe what you don't know, because what you believe is what you don't know. You don't believe what you know. Are you hearing me? If somebody tell you, do you believe that you have two hands? You say, no, I don't believe, but I know. Because you have it, you know it. So you believe what you don't know. Is no clarity. Listen.
If you believe whatever you do not know, you will become confident without clarity. Confidence without clarity is a disastrous process.
Confidence without clarity is a disastrous process. That is why, like in science, before theory could be could be accepted as law, it will undergo different forms of experiments, laboratory experiments, to prove. People will come, this one will come, they will prove, do this, until it will become accepted. Now it becomes knowledge. It has been proven. But once you believe, it gives you confidence, but without clarity. This man is saying the confidence without clarity. I mean, whatever you don't know, you at least as a human being, we need to be hesitating, not talking with I know. That is foolishness. I believe that I have a special place in heaven. And you have confidence. It's in your head. That is only in your head. Is illusion. That thing fantasy. I call it fantasy. Are you hearing me? Yesterday I was watching. The ISIS wars in Iraq and the Levant, in Iraq, Syria, and all those things. They brainwash children. One of their propaganda machines, they brainwash children, telling them that, look, you bomb yourself. They put them into car bombs and with suicide bells also. They brainwash them already that, look, you are going to heaven. Even if you reach heaven, you will be seeing the way, the exploits, the infidels you have killed through your bomb. So that kid, a kid of 12 years, will be happy even to press the trigger, to go drive a car remote control the car full of bomb and go and explode himself, with to kill others, because heaven is prepared for him, where he will be seeing everything. He will say he will meet their prophet and everything. Before maybe 1 hour before the child will go off, they will be spreading the propaganda in their radio, so that to put fear in the Syrian military, in their enemy, that look, this child is called this and that, he have 1 hour to live. 1 hour, his life now remain 1 hour. In the next 1 hour 1 minute, he will be being in heaven. It's a propaganda. So that is confidence without clarity. You become confidence. It's belief. Are you hearing me? The same way you believe that you are going to heaven. It makes you to remove your eye from the present day quagmire you are in, to be receiving promises and promises and promises of what you don't know, but you believe. That is the crime these people have committed against us. Listen.
Where there is no clarity, it is better there is hesitation.
Where there is no clarity, it is better that you have hesitation. That is, you ask questions. Because you don't know, you believe. That belief, is not something proven. Belief is just thinking that something is, is there, is right. Especially without no proof. It's just like when you accuse somebody, you do this, you do that. You go to court, there will be examination. It will be tried. The trial is another way of bringing proof that really this person is guilty or innocent. You don't just tell somebody, go and report to the police. This person is bad. He slapped me. He pushed me. He hit me. And they will say, okay, you are right. Oh yeah, because you have said it. Oh yeah, the person. No, it's not done like that. There will be trial in the court, because what you bring, what that person, the complainant, brought is for people to believe him or her. Do you see it? But without proof. But government does not work like that. They have to try it in order to bring proof to confirm that what this person say is right. That is that hesitation. Are you hearing me? The law enforcement, we hesitate. Oh, this person is coming, cry. He say, oh, this person beat me. He start crying like a woman. He cry. They say, don't worry. They will go and arrest the person, take him to court. Now that the complainant will come and prove. They will question him. The lawyer will question. The prosecutor will question in order to bring proof. Do you see? That is belief. Belief. Something without clarity, there should be hesitation. Now maybe it might be true or it might be false. So let us have proof. That is that hesitation. But once you are brainwashed into having confidence in your belief, which means you are liable to being controlled, you will be fantasizing, and it's highly disastrous. That is what this man is saying. Listen, please.
Without clarity is a disastrous process. Where there is no clarity, it is better there is hesitation. If clarity comes, let's do everything. If there is no clarity, we should at least hesitate. If you have confidence without clarity, it becomes disastrous. This is what belief systems are giving people. People believe something, suddenly they're confident. It doesn't matter how much disaster it causes to themselves or to everybody around them, but it will go on because we believe. What we believe is a psychological reality. It may not have anything to do with the existential realities where we exist. If you believe…
Are you hearing it now? What you believe is psychological reality. It is only reality in your head. Are you hearing? Do you understand what it means? And once you have, as a believer, you have confidence, and that with that confidence it will be disastrous to you yourself and to people around you, but you don't care because you have confidence. Now I believe what you believe, I believe what I believe, I am confident. Do you see it? Is it not what we are suffering today? Is it not what you are suffering today? I saw on Facebook somebody posted live a preacher with Bible telling him this and that, believe in normal thing. And now the man is asking him question. He don't even care. He telling him the question you are asking as if Antichrist. Now, if you don't believe in Christ, from now till I give you 1 month, you will cease to see this life. That is, you will die. The man hold him on camera. He said, oh, you are threatening my life. You have to come and write this. We sign it. So that after I will see how you will come and kill me. Are you hearing me? So it becomes a menace, a threat. Do you see? People, it's just like in this situation, people mix up illusions with reality. It's just like all these magic things they call magic, but it's illusion. The way it is being done, this thing from one flower we turn to dove. Bam! These are illusions. It's not magic. Without explaining to you, you can never know the secret. Without explaining to you, you can never know it. Are you hearing me? If you go to YouTube and just type in the secrets of magics revealed, there you will be seeing some things you come and then I say, so what can you now? Wow, nah, eh. But if you are not being told, nobody will ever bring your brain back and say, nah, this is not magic. That is how the world is. So once you belief is disastrous, because it gives you that psychological reality which is different from existential reality. You will see heaven that is painted with Oloedo, Zirconia, Californium. Hey, you'll be walking there. So you become numb to the situation you are here in this world. If somebody tell you, come, let us go and fight, protest at least, fight for our freedom, you say no, forget the which freedom, I have a place to go. If we are not, if we don't care, we should not care for where we are living in this world. Why are we then created? You should have been created in heaven direct. Why are we in this world then? If you don't care, what matters to you is your heavenly house, mansions, then why are you created why are you in this world? You should have been born in heaven direct. Is it to do what? That's the question you should be asking yourself. Why am I in this world? That question is a deep question. Why am I in this world? Is it just to eat and drink and survive? You must let legacy. That thing, that thing you think that thing in you bring it out. That legacy is a legacy. Not only once you died, you will not be remembered with this person is eating and drinking. No. That mundane thing you give out to people around you is what you'll be remembered with. Even if it's ordinary smiling, people that are around you, they see you, they will say, oh, this person, this person is smiles always. Now, wow, why that now? Oh, this person, he makes people to laugh. That thing you don't call anything while you are living. That is what you'll be remembered with. Do you see that? Do you see how funny this world is? But while you are living, you don't care. What matters to you is only looking for money, for build a big mansion, this and that. No, legacy, and that is what we are doing. So let us remove ourselves from the continuous colonial legacy, and let us join hands together in order to continue this fight. Liberation all round, 360 degrees, both regional, both from our mentality, our heads. Stop accepting or visualizing that psychological reality. No, it is not reality. It is just like somebody that smoke a Igbo or is better. You'll be in another world of your own. People will see you as if you are misbehaving, but you yourself, for you are happy. Because you are living in another world. You don't care about your environment. That is why you see somebody that smoke or drink, he might be sleeping inside the gutter that is smelling full of mess. He don't care, because he is living in a psychological reality, which that drug has made him to be in that stupor. Whereas it is different from the existential reality that is around. People will be seeing him as a Onya, what are you doing? This is on drug now. Wow. He don't care. He will be laughing, happy in a mess he is. That is what religion can also cause. It is causing it. People will be in a psychological reality. When you tell them, let us fight to build a better world, he said, no, I have a paradise, I'm going. That is the work of belief. And we need to extricate ourselves from it. This is where I'm going to stop. I will go into a few minutes break, so that when I come back, I will open the lines and people will be calling, maybe just few calls, please. Therefore, do not go away. I will be right back. Do not go away.
The strongest energy in the universe.
To be the means of peace, attaining peace, but in practicality, in reality today, every religion has got a base of fundamentalism and involved in terrorism. Can he not make an attempt to create a new world order where there is no religion at all?
Now, what you unfortunately know as religion in the world today is just somebody's belief systems. Somebody believes God is round, somebody believes God is square, somebody else believes he's a triangle. That's the situation, isn't it? And you must understand this. Once you start believing in something which is not yet a reality for you, you are bound to be in conflict with somebody else, because somebody else is bound to believe something else. No, I believe in my God, but I am not a violent person, I will not fight with anybody. All this is just make-up. If they provoke you sufficiently, you will fight. Like, for example, let's say you believe God has 4 hands. I believe God has no hands. These are 2 belief systems. Tomorrow, out of your love for God, you put 100 feet tall statue in Coimbatore city, of course with 4 hands. But suddenly I feel so hurt. These 4 hands look so ugly, because God actually has no hands, because that's my belief. So tonight I will go to that statue, I don't intend to cause any damage to your God, just to make him the way he really is, without hands. So I just cut off the 4 hands. Tomorrow what will happen to you? You want to cut off my hands, isn't it? Simply because you believe one thing, I believe something else. As long as people believe in something, conflict is inevitable. Because you may say, no, we are all brothers, we are all one, everything is okay with us. All this bye-bye stuff, when we really have to come to a point, when I believe what I believe is right, I will try to manifest it. I will try to make it a common thing everywhere, isn't it? Yes? Once I believe what I believe is the truth, naturally I will try to impose it on other people. I don't call it imposition, I call it saving you from ignorance. Yes or no? Once I firmly believe that this is the way God is, I will try to put it on to you, just to save you, not to hurt you. But you will get hurt, because any imposition hurts. When you resist, I will use other methods to put it into you, whatever those methods are. Sword has been used, money has been used, every kind of inducement has been used, isn't it? Simply because I believe one thing, you believe another. Religion is not about belief system. All religions started as a method to turn inward. But it's an inward step. An inward step can be taken only by an individual, isn't it so? It's a very intimate thing, something very, very concerned with only with you, nothing else to do with anybody else. But when people try to organize this inward step, naturally it gets distorted. Now we want to do our religion on the street.
Welcome back. This is Radio Biafra House of Service coming to you through Radio Biafra London. My name remains Mazi Chinedu from Alo province of Biafra Land. We are here live and direct. Today is the 27th day of April 2024. Therefore, our lines are open. I will just take a few calls, maybe 2 or 3 calls, please. Our direct line, as usual, is +1 213 328 6224. I repeat, +1 213 328 6224. Our WhatsApp and Signal line is +61 405 142 547. I repeat, +61 405 142 547. You can call us now and give us your view about the issue at hand. But we must continue in this enlightenment of going back to our roots. Going back to our farm is part of going back to our roots. Agricultural revolution is part of going back to our roots, because we want to be independent. Caller on Signal, you are the first caller. Please start by giving us your name and where you're calling from, if you may. Mazi, can you hear me? Welcome to the program.
Yes, Mazi Jonathan.
There we go.
Good evening, sir. My name is Mazi Fine. Mazi Fine calling from his location. May God bless our HODs, because they are wise men. May God bless our leader Mazi Kano, because he will live to see Biafra. May God bless you, Mazi Jonathan, because God will keep you to fulfill your destiny by letting our people know the truth. Mazi, let me chip into your contribution and our religious talk, which means going back to our roots. Mazi, first of all, I want our people to know that we must obey the order, the single order that comes from our HOD. Operation Go Back to Radio Biafra must be obeyed. Operation Go Back to Radio Biafra. I don't know whether our people really understand what this thing means. Insubordination in IPOB is not acceptable. If you know that you can never take any order from HODs, from our DOS, you better step aside from this struggle. Don't let people to see you as animal, as somebody that has no control. We can never accept that. Whatever HOD says goes. Mazi, sorry that I'm the say it, because Radio Biafra is where we said it all and at it is. I remember when our leader was with us, we went to a state meeting. Our leader told us that whatever our state coordinator says, we must obey it. Even if that thing is not convenience with you, you must do what he says. And the same equal hands. I'm saying that whatever our HOD says goes. If you know that he can never obey instruction from HOD, step aside from this struggle. I'm begging you. Because this time around, we can never take any bullshit. Our leader normally said that before that, like if a hog want to carry a chick, you will first pursue a hog. And once you come to home, you now blame the fowl or the chicken that took in children outside. You can never stay outside and blame the chicken or their children. What am I trying to say? Operation Go Back to the Biafra must be obeyed. Mazi, thank you. And let me go to your topic. See the Northern Elders convening to New York, having their meeting. Shame to our so-called Eastern governors. Shame to you people. Only once when our leader was with us, you people convene meeting at Asaba. And one of you people was having a gadget of recording of what you people said. Mazi, let any Northern elder behave like that. In that meeting, they went to New York. Let one of them behave like that. Maybe having a gadget to record what they discussed in that meeting. Mazi, that person, then we kill that person. Then we send Boko Haram to that person to finish that governor. Mazi, to tell you that these people, if you come to politics, Mazi, they unite themselves to play politics. But you see our people. But it can never make us to, be afraid. What we need is what we need. And that we need is Biafra restoration. If they like, let them go to Mecca and do meeting. If they like, let them go to Otonko to do meeting. It's none of our business. What we need is what we need. And also, we stand in a empirical decision that says our leader is discharged and acquitted and prohibited not to stand any trial in the zoo. Mazi, that's where we stand, whether they like it or not. That is where we stand. And the decision of our HOD is final. Mazi, can you see this religion of thing? Mazi, I told you that one man that trying to deceive our people, telling our people that there is a chapter in the Bible. If you read that chapter, he will go to market and burike. As I saw that man, I was laughing. It is now a time for we to practice what we learn in this University of Radio Biafra worldwide. If you are listening to this religious talk and you never put it on practice to challenge these people, you better not to listen to this program because you are hypocrites. I don't see the reason why you went to school. We went to school or you go to school to learn. And after learning, you will not put it in practice. I don't see why you will continue going to school again. If you can never put this in practice, what this Mazi Jonathan is teaching to us, telling us how these people eat us, how these people deceive our forefathers. Mazi, like this Pentecostal that was originated from US, is 100, I have calculated it, is 118 years. Which I will be using it to challenge these people, to tell them, do you know when this Pentecostal come to exist, I will be using it. And that is what makes me a student of Radio Biafra. Mazi, that the time have come for we to make use of what we learn in this Radio Biafra. To let our people to know what is going on. Because they need to deceive us. Mazi, may God bless you. Continue the good work. We are not going back. Everybody must go back to farm. Because I remember when our forefathers was farming. And with Obaji, and with many things. But this time around, those things is nowhere to be found. And we must go back to our roots by farming. Not our going back to our root, our going back to our root is to make sure that what our forefathers have put in place remains. Good night, Mazi. May God bless you. I so submit. Thank you, Mazi. Thank you.
That is it. Going back to farming is part of going back to our roots. And just like to say something about what Mazi said, you know, some people are misinterpreting this as if do you know that if you believe that you go to carry Bible, go to mountain and pray, so that for you, once you do this, you believe that once you pray, you know, the people that believe in you, if they go market, they'll carry the olive oil or the anything you give them, put it in their marketplace, and they will sell. Do you know that it's Igwogo? You know that you believe in miracle is Igwogo. Because anything that he done, he didn't get it through the normal procedure. You believe that, you know, once you take this thing, join it here, this and that, this thing will happen. It's Igwogo. You know, I will talk about this. I'll preach it another day. People are misinterpreting because of one, misunderstanding of language. You know, let me tell you, the Europeans dealt with us to the extent they came. They brought things that we don't have even before in our land, and they forced us. They tricked us into interpreting that thing as one thing which is not in our land. When you talk about idol, we don't have anything like idol in our land before. It's Europeans call English word idol. It's not Irish. We didn't have idol before in our land. Are you hearing me? These are things I will talk in other days. In our teachings, I prepare, we talk. Because the problem we have is some of the problems, difficulties we are having is about language. I am telling you, it's language. They brought idol. They say idol. You don't know idol. You say no, we don't have anything like idol. They say no, this thing you are doing, this thing is idol. What do you call it? You say arocos. You say yeah, is that idol? I would say, where's your no interpretation of idol? It is not. We don't have idol. The same way they call Satan. They brought Satan with them. Satan. We didn't have anything like Satan. They saw one of our deities. They say, hey, this thing is that deity that is scaring them. They say they call it Satan. They interpret it in Igbo language. Before you know, they put it in the Bible. They have printing machine. Now they nail it into our skull that it is Satan. Whereas we have nothing in our Igbo cosmology, our natural. We don't have anything like Satan. Nothing. Every spirit in our land works. It goes to its work. Actually, emekwe ihe ya emekwe enwe nke achọrọ ka ọ gaa that is gbuo mmadụ emekwe ya ga gbuo mmadụ. All just like military. If you come in a country, in every country there are military, there are different forces, there are jailers, there are prison warders. All are doing for the person that they are doing all those. You can say these people are bad. If they sentence somebody in jail in America, in death sentence, is it not human being that we go and inject the person or use electrocution to kill the person? That killer, is he doing bad thing? Government is paying him, he's doing his job. Are you going to come out and say no, this man is evil? No, somebody have to do it. I don't want to say, I don't want to continue, I have limited time. Caller on Mazi Cars, I think you are. Caller on WhatsApp, can you hear me, Mazi?
Yes, Mazi, I can hear you loud and clear. Good evening from here, Mazi.
There we go.
Thank you, Mazi. Sorry, today you started late, but we thank you for everything that you've been doing for us. May Chukwu continue to bless you, just as you make your analyze the way these people came into our land, trying to change change all we have that guided us, in a negative way with English language. And today we are capitalizing on all those things, harming ourselves instead of doing the right thing. But just as we used to say, it's only Biafra will save all of us. That is why we must keep on doing the needful. Please, before I will say one or two things, let me rushly and make this important announcement that is going to take place here in Austria. Fellow Biafrans, lovers of freedom, my name is Mazi. I'm calling from Austria, and I serve the indigenous people of Biafra, IPOB National PRO. Lovers of freedom, IPOB family here in Austria, and if you are Biafran, happen to be in Austria on Wednesday, 1st of May, we are inviting you in Linz, Austria, 1st of May, March 2024. The hashtag is Free Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, a prisoner of conscience, and also Biafra referendum and Biafran freedom. Please, all zonal coordinators, we are calling all of us to make sure we are heading to Linz on 1st of May. It's a public holiday here. Please, as you are coming, come with your families, come with your friends. Let us continue to propagate the issue of Biafra, which here in Austria, Austrian government knows us, that we are peaceful Ipobians that are fighting for independence of Biafra. And here in Linz, it's going to be televised in their local television, ORF 1. Please, as you are coming, don't forget to come with your regalias, our Biafran flags, and also don't come and bring any, though we don't used to do it here, but don't come with any other nation's flag except our Austrian flag and Biafran flag. Don't add it any other thing, please, because though we don't used to do that, Austria are formidable. We are just telling you, please don't bring any other here. Only Biafran flags, our t-shirt, the way we used to dress to march in this important rally that we are going to go here on 1st of March, 1st of May 2024. And please, we know that keeping silent on the injustice against the against one person today will also definitely lead to the injustice to all tomorrow. If we keep quiet, things are happening in our land will keep on happening, just as the enemies are trying to destroy our people that IPOB is fighting today, that we must be free. As the order that our leader Mazi Nnamdi Kanu has to be released, and today Nigerian government is still holding him, refused to release him. We must keep on doing the needful until they release this man that committed no crime. Please, the time is 8 o'clock, 8 a.m. in the morning. The time is 8 a.m. in the morning. Our meeting point is Volksgarten, where we used to meet. Those of us coming from other states here in Austria, immediately you come down from train station. It's just 100 meters from train station. And if you don't have, if you don't know where it is, just make a call. You call any one of us who will walk down to train station to pick you wherever you are. And as you come, Mechukwu Kabema continue to bless all of us and our families. This is where I'm going to stop this announcement. He said, Mazi Jonathan, please, my dear brother, Mazi, believe me, we are hearing. And here, and my work is steady. This on Abba. Keep on doing this needful. Our people have beginning to realize all this lie they came to they told our people lies, trying to use our own thing against us. And today, you see any of our brother will come out to want to even kill his brother because of a foreign thing that he doesn't even know the day they create it. But I thank God today that no matter what question has been asked. And we've been asking questions. Now some of them don't even know what to say anymore. This Aro and Alibo, we must destroy it. Go back the way we used to live before these people came. And it's only Biafra will bring us to this level that all of us will begin to reason again like a human being. Mazi, do you know that I confronted one here that he was telling me that he want to go and start a platform of preaching the Bible in social media, and I asked him, my brother, what you are doing is not right or wrong, but this thing you are going to preach, do you know that somebody wrote it? He said, I said, but who wrote it? He said, I'm asking him a relevant question. Oh, what do you know if you want to believe? I said, no. So if somebody called you now on your media platform where you are preaching this gospel and ask you a simple question, who wrote this thing you are preaching? So you cannot be able to answer the person. You see, the way these people, they will tell him, if you want to believe, you believe. You don't want to believe, leave my platform. I said, you are not ready to educate. So if you don't have a question, or if you cannot be able to convince the people you are preaching over what a white man wrote, then you better leave the thing. You cannot preach to your people how we're supposed to live. Today. Let us wise up. Here we are just you used to say, oh here and then I get you why. Now, Papi, we are not asking you to leave it to tomorrow, but I can open an anti. Each are here today, most of us, including me, that I'm speaking in Radio Biafra today. It's not the way they used to deceive me before. They used to deceive me now. Oh why open an air when Biafra come. I call me on. I never pour wine. I can't do water here. I will pour wine. They know how to do it. Just the way British did their own. Just the way other people are doing their own. But here so wisen up with your brain. Know what these people are used to. Or just they are all liars to reach themselves. Be wise. And another thing, please, our people. Today I listened to one of our brother Biafran child in his broadcast where he give our people the free chance for everybody to speak his mind concerning going back to farm. And when the brother what we are saying is that any decision made by the DOS, we must carry it, whether you like it or you don't like it. We must go back to farm. Me like here. I got rubo because the enemy want to starve our people. Thank God that this time the ESN are trying to pursue these people out of the bush, and now they are afraid to walk the way they used to walk before inside our bushes. We must go back to farm because only aga walk. One idiot from outside the nigga carrot. I can wear no food, even that will contain us even 10 years. Oh God, no anything. I can wear no food that will eat well all the original from the agog. I got back to farm. We like here, me like here. In that your house you build. Go back to the back of the backyard and try to do something there. We want to cultivate what we are going to eat before they put the nigga teaching here. Simple. Mazi, mechko kebe ma blessing wa Chineke.
There were caller on signal. Welcome to the program, Mazi. You'll be the last caller. Mazi Madabuchuage. Can you hear me, Mazi?
No. Yes, ma'am. Yes, my brother. Good evening, Biafra and lovers of freedom. My name is Sifan Chukwumadawich, and I'm reaching you from the Netherlands. Mazi, what we are talking about, going back to our root, you and the previous caller have stressed that, okay, there is not going back to our root. Sacrificing loved one and all that is not our going back to our root. Going back to our root, it's not our root. Going back to our root means going back to our values. And such things that these are our values we grew up with our fathers grew up with and our ancestors grew up with to go back to. Not to these characters, either in religion, traditional or foreign. You know, there's something I saw in social media and I have to allude to it to strengthen it up. Where a girl had money, wanted to buy a house, and he reached out to his pastor to tell him, I can't make the amount. She had 14 million and the house is at 30 million. He reached out to the pastor to tell him his predicament. And this pastor encouraged her to give him the 14 million. That she will be getting 1 million benefit, what do you call it, interest every month. And being, a sheep, he gave the money to the man. To cut long story short, that at the long run, the man received the money. The proprietor of the church didn't have that to recover the money from the pastor, and they just were kind of blackmailing her to forgo the money that she will feel that she has been robbed, so she should, let it go. So my comment there was like warning people who will come and tell us that it is not every Christian or every church man does that. That we have had those excuses we make for them, so that they will not let us talk about what happened and not come and tell us because look at in a second Maz, I don't know if you will give me a little time to read that letter from Inglobo to Belgium dictionary. Not very long.
Please make it brief, please, as you could.
Okay, my brother, I'll do it fast too. Why am I trying to read this? Is to let our people and listeners think about the reasons, the intentions, and the goals of those missionaries. And the instructions they received from their king, and the king was a Roman Catholic king of Belgium, Leopold II. He says to them, reverence, fathers, because he's talking to their grandfather, and their compatriots. The task that is given to fulfill is very delicate and requires much tact. You will go certainly to evangelize, but your evangelism must inspire above all major interest. Your principal objective in our mission in the Congo is never to teach the leaders to know God. This they know already. They speak and submit to Mungu, one Nzambi, one Ndakumba, and what else I don't know. They know that to kill, to sleep with someone's wife, to lie, and to insult is bad. This they know even before they have contact with the foreigners, the aliens. Have courage to admit this. Keep telling them to admit that our people know God and know those good and bad. You are not going to teach them what they know already. Your essential role is to facilitate the task of administrators. Are you listening? They are going to facilitate the task of the administrators and the industrials, which means you go to interpret the gospel in the way it will be the best to protect your interest in that part of the world. For these things, you have to keep watch on interesting our savages. Our people are called savages from the riches that is plenty in their underground. To avoid that they invest in it and make you murderous competition and they dream one day to overthrow you. You see, the interest is the good under your ground, and the thought is to keep you interested in it. Your knowledge of the gospel will also allow you to find texts ordering and encouraging your followers to love poverty. People, listen to this. It is to teach you to love poverty, not to be enterprising. Like happier are the poor, because they will inherit the heaven. And it is very difficult for the rich to enter the kingdom of God. You have to detach from them and make them disrespect everything which gives courage to affront us or to confront us. So they have to discourage our people from everything they have that to make them have courage to confront them. And make reference to their mystic system and their war fetish, warfare protection, which they pretend not to want to abandon. And you must do everything in your power to make it disappear. Your action will be directed essentially to younger ones, but they won't revolt when the recommendation of the priest is contradictory to their parents' teachings. The children have to learn to obey what the missionary recommends, who is the father of their soul. You must singularly insist on the total submission and disobedience. Avoid developing any spirit in the schools. Teach students to read and not to reason. Are you getting it? This is the intention. Teach your students to read and not to reason. Black patriots are some of the principles that you must apply. You will find many other books which will be given to you after the conference. This is what I'm trying to tell our people, that the intention was never to develop you. The intention was never to take you any heaven. If there is any heaven, nobody is taking you to that place. This is the way they condition you so that you will love your hardship and not think how to progress. So what we are saying is that we must be awake to those antecedents, because their goal was to get the kids, and this leads us to things fall apart by our brother Chinedu. Yes, so this leads to also that, because the intention was to touch the children, feed the children that thing, so that when the elders who have knows how and what work for the land are done, the children that are also left to now will be made with the gathering that was put into us. But my brother, I have to leave it for now because I know your parents.
Of course.
God bless Biafra.
There, Mazi.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. Caller on, what's up? You'll be the last caller, please. I pick you, make it brief. Caller on what's up? Go on, please.
Yeah. Mazi Jonathan, good evening from here.
There, well.
Yeah. Thank you, God bless your day. May you live long and see Biafra. Mazi, I understand and see that only problem that we Igbos, only the most dangerous sickness we Igbos has is only religion. Religion is the most sickness I ever been Igbo. So Mazi, today I witnessed what Ebukobi and the Coes, what they are doing. So I want to advise Igbos people in the church. How were their church? Not only they are using their church for money. So Mazi, I see the reason that the way you are preaching, teaching us about this mentality of the Westerner, about this Christianity, is only church problem in Nigeria today. And in there, info today, they will try their own time. leave their business. Ndị a bụ ndị anyị niile nọ na the sun struggle. When the winds blow, most of them move away. Ndị a bụ ndị na-eje evangelism na-agba gị bịaba nke a na ebe a ka Jizọs na ebe a ka Jizọs na-eme nke ebe a ka ihe niile na-eme. So Mazi jisie ike. Agbara m arịrị n'ime obi m today. So I want to tell Obi, choose Emoka, start like the way he starts. Today is not boom boom the way he's boom boom. Fadede, Mbaka, most of them, they are no boom boom. So what I'm telling them today, let them use their church, telling our people the truth, the way to go. So much be seeking. Okay, bless you. Okay, bless me. You live long and sing. Our leader must release.
Thank you. This is where I'm going to switch up the phones. In conclusion, like what one of Maziakas, I think, about somebody engaging in arguments and refusing. This is the worst thing they did to us. It's what brainwashing. They tie us so that you don't dare debate. When Mazi Nnamdi Kanu started this journey by preaching on air, he invites everybody. You see this calling that we are doing. Is it not how Mazi Nnamdi Kanu started it? Why everything he preach every time, he will open line so that people will start calling. If you have question, have opposing argument to call in. If you have suggestion, call in and talk. That is how we learn. You see, enlightenment cannot go on without a discussion. It's impossible. You see, awakening, it cannot go on without discussion. Because through discussion, you see people speaking out what is inside them. You engage me and speak out and give me reasons, give people reason why you are making this point. Because the awakening, enlightenment, it means we subject everything to the altar of reason. Do you understand what I'm saying? Subjecting everything to the altar of reason. You bring your idea. Once we weigh it and say, this man makes sense. So, are you hearing? Now once your own reason outweighs mine, we bow. That is bowing to superior arguments. Do you see? This is how America you are seeing today. This is how America is formed and built to the standard it is today as a world power, superpower. Because they engage in reasoning, in exchanging of ideas. From there they start, this country, how do you see this old system of Europe? They say, how can you say that God creates some people are more equal than others? All of us came out from naked. All of us, every human being. So why should somebody be given extra benefit that they come and become more than others? Those people that you're saying that they are not important like this, if you give them the same opportunity you give to others, these noble people, they might even do something more better than all this. That is where arguments start. Debates that are not allowed before under normal circumstances, under the monarchy system. You don't dare not talk against, you say people are equal. No. But revolution, awakening mindset starts making people to talk and say, let us reason. So that old status quo of believe what you believe, I don't want to do what we are doing, it can never work and continue working. It's impossible. That is where I used to find it difficult with these believers, honestly speaking. You tell them to come, let us debate as brothers, let us exchange ideas. No way. They see it as if, you are bringing them down. Why should I even come so low to debate with you? That is colonial mentality, which has been infused in them. Are you hearing me? They feel too big that how can I come to start asking me this question? Believe or believe. It's an ultimatum. You either accept it or not. So that is how it is. A country can never move forward with that type of character. There must be debate, and through that debate, questions will be asked. Now you start seeing superior arguments coming up, and that superior argument will be noticed by the people, and they will be implementing it. People in charge will be taking it and be implementing it. That is how America becomes a country and a superpower today. The alma maters of America, they were enlightened. They continue going on debates in Europe. From there, they learn how to form a country. They learn how to run a new country. America is an experimental country through new ideas of all men are created equal, and you see that it is working. Do you see it? Are you seeing it? So when you hear people where religion is too bad, is they bind the people, they make people not to reason. Reason with their brothers or their friends or their colleagues. They don't like it because there is no logic in that belief. No logic. And they tell you that they will tell you that carnal mind cannot understand the things of the spirit. But my argument is that we are not in the spirit. We are carnal. You wear trousers as I wear. You wear shirt as I wear. So how then are you different? You are spiritual, I'm carnal. You eat as I eat. What is the difference? Why can't we are living in the same world. We are, you have laptop as I have. You go to market and buy things as I buy. If your phone goes down, you charge as I charge. Now, when it comes to logic, you say, no. You cannot understand. No, I have to understand. Make me to understand. That is logic. Once a country is built on logic, you see that country progresses. But if a country is built on belief, mostly foreign, honestly speaking. So, what we are talking about is logic. Let us talk logic. It is through logic that this microphone I'm using was built. It is through logic that the device, that IPOB community radio, the application was being built through logic. You don't do it through belief. Logic, logic, if you throw something up, it will fall down. It is logic. It is what you are seeing. It is reality. It has nothing to do with the spiritual understanding or physical understanding. No. It's logic. So, once you throw something up, now, it goes to an extent that force you use, you exerted on that object will slow or lower, and the force of gravity will now be more. So in order to build something that is countering that force, you have to understand that logic of law of gravity. Is it not what we are saying? Is common sense. But when you always prove that don't worry, there is no logic in the things of this and that. Now, how do you want to build this world? If you can tell me now that, look, okay, you understand you're a spiritual person, no problem. You don't use a car. For example, you don't use an aeroplane. If you want to go to Nigeria from America, you just stay inside your house and pray and do your incantation. They will see you in Nigeria. Everybody will see you, and I say no. Once you can be able to do that, now when you talk to me as a spiritual man, I will respect. I'll say, I'll bow. I'll say you are right. So I cannot understand. How do you do that? He said, no, I cannot understand your spirit. I say, I bow. If you, as you are listening to me now, you don't use IPOB community radio, you don't need any device. Instead, you are just listening on air, just nothing, no radio, no laptop, no internet, no computer, nothing. And you are hearing my voice. You want to call me, you start calling me spiritually, and all of a sudden I'll be receiving your call, you'll be talking, or you appear in my presence and be talking. I will bow and say yes. That is superior argument. You have shown me that you are superior. That is, you are spiritual. I will bow. But when you are doing things through the normal process, everything I'm doing, you are doing. But when it comes to logic, if I ask questions, say, no, you don't want to discuss it, I cannot understand. How then do you want me to accept what you are saying? How can we build a country like that? How? Tell me how. How? So, let us understand that going back to our roots, it means many things. Logic is involved. Building a country with logic is far, far more better, because it is development, in short. Because people will start asking questions. Now you take the best idea. You know why Nigeria is going backwards? Why Nigeria cannot progress? There is no logic in Nigeria. Are you hearing me? When you carry somebody that doesn't know anything about engineering, you make him, in charge of a very big factory, engineering factory or engineering industry. How do you think that it will progress? That is what Nigeria is all about. They carry somebody, a Fulani man, put him in charge, or is it the minister of Gene? And for 30 years, he have been even promoting people. They are working, nothing, they are working. At the time, so this 30 years, the whole budget, federal government budget that is going on your domain, what have you used it for? He said, no, on the 30 years of this thing, we can produce kilishi. Kilishi meat you dry out on the sun. Do you see it? Because there is no logic. What is logic there? You carry somebody that knows about, that is an expert in that field, you put him in that domain, in that ministry, and now you see good result. That is logic. But when somebody come and they'll because he's from your tribe, or maybe he's your brother, or your sister brother, or this and that, he's your friend, he's your, you just put him there to compensate him. There's no logic there. So it will never progress. It's illogical. These are things you can call it mundane. It doesn't matter, but these are the things that matter. That is why we want to remove ourselves from Nigeria. Because Nigeria, it doesn't make sense. There is no sense in it. Whereby they tell Fulani, okay, you have Niger State, very big land. Have ranch there. Stop living this primitive life of going from state to state, place to place, destroying people's farms with your cow, saying that you have to do it like that. No, it makes the cow not to produce good milk. According to scientific research, you overlabor the cows. They work too much, and they don't even have much flesh and milk. They don't produce much milk. But when you have ranch, you have one place. Now the cows will be eating and be growing fat and producing enough milk. You say no, it's not like that. Anything that we don't care. This is our way. We have to follow. It's the same thing as you being a religious person. When they are telling you logic, say no, believe what you believe and I accept what I accept. It's not. You are the same. You are not different from the Fulani headsmen that are destroying and killing our people. You are not different. Because you tell them logic, they say no. This is our system. We have to go it. We don't care. Anything you want to get, let it happen. You are, sometimes you without understanding it. Because when you are crying that the Fulani, they are destroying our farm, they are killing us, this and that, you are also doing the same thing. But in your own, you don't even mind, you don't understand it that it is like that. When they are telling you logic, asking you logical questions. Now, this thing you are doing, this thing you are saying, how this, how that, how this, how that. You say, no. Stop telling me foolish something. The same way the Fulani, when you tell them, please, we are now living in 21st century. Can you stop? If you are moving from place to place, there is no how you can curtail your cow. They'll be destroying people's farms. Populations have increased. We are no more in 18th century. You understand? By that time, bush everywhere, you can go anywhere, no problem. But now it's 21st century, so let us be logical to, work things. You say no, this is our custom. You don't. No. Even if we destroy that is your problem. It's the same. They are the same with you. When you want to preach, they ask you questions. Say, no, I don't care. Believe what you believe. I accept what I accept. Be your own, I be my. It's the same thing because you don't allow logic. Do you see? Do you see how things move? Sometimes the people you are blaming, accusing, they are killing us. You yourself, you are killing other people around you in different ways, through your character, through your religious intolerance. Before somebody talk, you start insulting in one way or the other, quoting Bible. You either accept this or accept that. It's not. We are in 21st century where reason work. There is an awakening on in black race, starting from Biafrans. So whether you like it or not, whether you shun people, you are spiritual, you are that is not. That logic must continue. That is it. With logic, things are being built. With logic, roads are tarred. Because they bring something that the more rain and sun shines on it, it becomes more harder. Bitumen. You understand that? That is logic. Why not they try to use red sand? Pour it, say, okay. We believe it. We believe it. We work. We are spiritual. You see the world around you. Things that you are using is being done, being constructed, being built with logic. But you don't want that logic you don't want to enter into that logic because it concerns your religion. Because it's touching you. Maybe that logic might be hurting you. It might be, oh no, that after all, that thing I was born into is no more. It's outdated. Logic has come and proven it that it is no more like that. It hurts you. That's why you want every other thing to be logical except that. Is it not hypocrisy? You want everything to be logical, but except that thing that touches you, because your belief touches your belief. Like what our brother said. I put it on my timeline. I uploaded it there. One lady that is talking, giving her expose or testimony, I call it, to Daddy Freeze. How she was scammed of her 14 million until she involved the EFCs by her pastor. And she said that she has been praying against Daddy Gio. Because they were, the worst thing you can do to people, not physical caging, mental cage. Once you brainwash people, mentally cage people, finish. You use them as nothing more. Anything, anything. There is another news that I didn't read anyway. That one happened, I think, in Delta or Edo. Nigerian cleric slams a 500 million suit on church member who demanded return of his Lexus SUV after alleged failed prophecy. And I cannot understand for the goodness of me how black people are always scammed in this way. Because they want something quick. They want miracle progress or miracle money. And that is a making people think that Igwogu is only go to so-called people that call them native doctor. No, it's not only that. Both miracle that you are expecting is Igwogu. Because when you carry, say, okay, read the chapter Psalm 101. Once you read it, 12 o'clock in the midnight. After reading it, you burn candle. From there, you do this, do that, and you see early in the morning tomorrow you will sell. It's Igwogu. Because you are applying some things you don't even, that is not due process, and you are expecting it to work. It's Igwogu or Yahweh Igwogu. But people believe Igwogwo, so it's only that time you do it in our own so-called traditional way. But when you go, the way you, as long as you have Bible, everything you are doing is white. No, it's not Igwogwo. Let us be logical. In short, logic is the key. Are you hearing me? Logic is the key. Without logic, a nation can never progress, because everything is built on logic. The seat you are sitting now is built on logic, as it can carry you with your weight. That wood is cut and measured so that it can sustain a weight of that of your capacity. That is why he's saying it's logic. Everything around you is logic. Are you hearing me? So why can't our way of thinking also become logical? When you reach the religious side, you say no, now you forget anything about logic. Why? Tell me why. Have you seen a country built by prayer before? Have you seen a country that progresses because they are praying and fasting? The answer is no. It doesn't work. Countries develop through logic, through applications of logic. Are you hearing me? That is how countries grow and develop. It's not through applications of any other thing, illusion or prayer. No, it doesn't work. All those things is to gather people, to organize people. Religion is for organization. But where we are getting it wrong is we are not even being organized, because it is foreign religion. They scatter us piece by piece. That is the worst. And now they turn it into everything. Religion now it supplants government that should be giving us anything we want, and we'll be paying tax to the government. No, now churches are now everything. They are the solutions to your problem. They have to make you, they are everything. So you pay that tax, you have to pay government, you pay to church. Do you see where things go? Things go sour. Bringing back our people's mentality is very hard, though. Not impossible, but it's hard. But this is our point. Thank you for listening. Biafra remains our way of life. Biafra remains our identity and our religion. Therefore, this fire of restoration, we will never stop, because we have no break. Are you hearing me? No break. Thank you for listening. From me, from here, it is simply good evening.
IPOB call to action. Be a friends, return to farming. Invest in agriculture. Have you ever paused to question the importance of self-sufficiency in food production?